My name is Michael Matala, and I'm the Executive Director here at the Portland Promise Center. Portland Promise Center has existed for nearly 65 years, and our aim has always been to serve the community. We want to enrich the lives of children and youth by meeting physical, educational, and spiritual needs. And so we're honored to have served this community for quite some time. For a long period of time, that was service through an after-school program, and recently transitioning to an early education program offering affordable, accessible childcare to some of our community members. An extension of our mission over the past 22 years has been to offer the VITA service, the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. And it has been a great blessing for us, and it has been a service for the community, for the Portland neighborhood, but also for the city of Louisville as well. And so we're thankful, excited to be starting another year of VITA. We're expecting to see thousands of people come through our doors to have opportunity to have some free tax prep, and we believe that will benefit the community and families and those that we care about in this community. And so I'm honored to welcome you. I'm honored to welcome our 51st Mayor, Mayor Craig Greenberg, and thank you for your support of the Portland Promise Center.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much to Michael, and thank you so much to everyone who works so hard to make the Portland Promise Center such an amazing gift to this neighborhood, but to our entire city. You all are doing amazing things with early, now as you've pivoted to early child care, and so congratulations, and excited to see you all continue to grow. Early child care is so important to the future of our city. Making universal pre-K a reality is one of my top priorities as mayor. And so I hope that you all have a part in making that a reality, and that we fill all the classrooms here over the coming years, because that is so important to our future. Well, with tax season kicking off this week, we're here to share news about a vital program offered here and at other sites around our community called the VITA program. VITA stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program. VITA provides free tax prep assistance to income-eligible households to help ensure they can file on time, accurate tax returns, and get the full refund that they are entitled to. Now more than ever, tax refunds provide a critical boost to the household budget for so many families across our entire city. So I'm pleased today to welcome our friends from the Louisville Asset Building Coalition, who operate the VITA program here in Louisville. They're with us to announce that VITA sites are now open and ready to serve. VITA utilizes trained IRS-certified volunteers, folks that we call tax superheroes, because they provide critical services, particularly for our low and moderate income tax families. That includes maximizing their tax refund and getting all the credits that they qualify for without losing a large portion of their refund to high filing costs and fees. For example, VITA can help determine whether an individual or a family is eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit. This is really important. Last year, for example, the average tax credit was nearly $2,800, and working families who earn up to $57,400 in annual income may be eligible. Last year in Louisville, VITA helped people file 7,000 tax returns, and their work led to more than $10 million in federal and state refunds, including nearly $2 million in earned income tax credits. Everybody loves refunds. So while I know some people might not love the IRS, this is a program that everyone should check out, because truly you should understand whether you are eligible for the Earned Income Tax Credit, and through VITA, you can get important services that you need to complete your taxes accurately and ensure you're getting that refund that you're entitled to. The IRS has set up a special day on January 27th to encourage people to make sure they understand the important benefits of the Earned Income Tax Credit. To help raise awareness, our VITA team here and around the city has planned the annual Taxathon, a 24-hour filing marathon around Earned Income Tax Credit Day. So here to share the details about the tax-a-thon event and all of VITA's services during the tax season is Dr. Tina White. Dr. White is the program director at the Louisville Asset Building Coalition. She has been with the Louisville Asset Building Coalition for more than a decade and has a well-earned reputation as a conscientious, compassionate, and incredible leader. Dr. White?
Let me get my mask off, y'all. The Louisville Asset Building Coalition would like to first thank Mayor Greenberg for his support of the VITA program. I would also like to just take the time to thank Portland Promise Center. Portland Promise Center has been one of our VITA sites again for 22 years, and along with that, Urana has been a site coordinator for those 22 years as well. I would also like to thank the Internal Revenue Service, Louisville Metro Office of Resilience and Community Services, Metro United Way, Intuit, Bank on Louisville, and all of our financial supporters. A special thanks to our host VITA sites. This year we're going to have 11 VITA sites, and I want to thank all those people that will be a part of it, all of our superheroes, our Bellarmine students, our NABA Association, and all the other volunteers. We could not do the VITA program without each and every one of our superheroes. As the mayor mentioned, to kick off the tax season this year, we will be doing our annual tax-a-thon again. We will be at the St. Vincent de Paul Center, which is one of our new centers this year. It will be this weekend, this Friday and Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Another opportunity that we will have this year is the Tax Time Connect program. This opportunity is to allow those that are unbanked or underbanked to open a checking account during the tax season while they're filing their taxes. Another resource that we have this year is the Louisville Financial Empowerment Center. This center will allow individuals to get one-on-one financial counseling. So if you have some financial goals that you're trying to meet, we'll be able to help you with that as well. Our VITA sites this year will be Americana Community Center, Goodwill Resource Center, Louisville Urban League, Oldham County Library in LaGrange, Kentucky, Portland Promise Center, the Shavley City Hall, St. Vincent de Paul, Sun Valley Community Center, United Crescent Hill Ministries, Wesley House Community Service, and at the Edison Center. We will also provide mobile services this year. We will have a mobile site at Bates Memorial Baptist Church, Eastern Area Community Ministries, Facility Management Services, FDG Development at the Jefferson Green and Bristol Bluff Apartments. A mask is required at all the services. You can visit us at www.labservices.org to get the exact times for all the sites. We will have dropout services. We'll have the traditional walk-in services, and we will be having both at some of the sites. All the individuals need to make sure they bring their picture ID and Social Security cards for everyone on the tax return. And please make sure you bring any letters that you receive from the Internal Revenue Service or any documents relating to taxes. The identity protection pins are very important. Please make sure you bring that if you've been assigned one. If you don't have it, you can get another one through the IRS. And we'll help you get your refund as fast as possible and directly deposit it into a Bank on Louisville certified account. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. White. I first became aware of VITA many years ago when I was in college, and our student government that I was involved with at the time was a VITA site. And so it's been many years that I've been watching and supporting VITA, and so now it's an honor to be here with you, Dr. White, to support the efforts of you and your team in our home city. Probably the best way, though, to understand the impact of VITA is to hear from some residents who have been served by this program. Ms. Wanda Jaggers and Mr. Paul Jolly both have their taxes done at the Portland Promise Center yearly. So first, let me welcome Ms. Wanda Jaggers to share her experiences.
Hello. I have had the pleasure of both having my taxes filed at the Portland Promise Center since I've been working and being a volunteer at the Portland Promise Center through the VITA program. Although I am not a person to file taxes, I have been able to help in the community by greeting people, walking them through the process, and just welcoming them. The Portland Promise Center VITA program is the only place that I have ever had my taxes filed, which says a lot about the program, that it has been in the community a long time. It is very clear that it is a great asset for Louisville. The preparers are knowledgeable and extremely patient. I appreciate that they go through a yearly training and IRS certification to donate their time and services. It means a lot that they don't just file my taxes and scoot me out the door. They really sit down and explain things, help me figure out how to make changes for next season, and help me understand where I can get credits or simply not owe as much next year. In my experience, the volunteers really care about the clients. They welcome us year after year, they greet us by name, and even when I see them in the grocery store or out in public, they still smile and wave. It isn't just a place to come have my taxes filed. VITA is really an example in our community of people helping people, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us, Wanda. And now I'd like to welcome Mr. Paul Jolly. Paul?
So I really love the VITA program. It's hard not to love a program that helps you get money every single year. I'd get my taxes done with the VITA program every year, and I've also volunteered for the VITA program several times. I follow up with what Wanda said. It's just great to have folks who I can trust on a regular basis, giving me these services, sitting down and explaining to me what's going on, the transparency, the one-on-one relationship that I can get. It lets me know that nobody's trying to pull one on me. Nobody is trying to, everyone wants to be sure that I'm getting everything that I can. And that is extremely helpful, and it lets me know that I'm in the right place. My family relies on the money that we get. My family takes that money and we put it in the bank and we hang on to it. I have a family of 6. We have 4 children, my wife and I. And that money goes into an emergency account that we sit on for the rest of the year. And so when something explodes at our house, we have a nice little tax refund nest egg to replace the refrigerator or buy a new van because, oh yeah, the engine literally exploded. And we've done that several times. And it's because of the VITA program and because of the Portland Promise Center that we've been able to do that on a regular basis. And I can't speak highly enough of this program because of that. I appreciate everything that the folks who run this program do and that the volunteers in my community do to help keep it going. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Paul. Another VITA volunteer and amazing public leader in our community comes from someone with a lot of experience in the VITA program and a lot of experience serving our community. Councilwoman Cindy Fowler, who represents Metro Council District 14. The VITA program is near and dear to her heart. She is also a long-term VITA volunteer, and champion, just as she is for our park system, for the south end of Louisville, for the southwestern part of our city, and so many other important initiatives that are going on throughout Louisville. Ladies and gentlemen, Councilwoman Cindy Fowler.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Greenberg. Mr. Jolly and Wanda, I've just got to say that you make it happen for all of us because you're the reason, you know, and I appreciate the fact that you volunteer and become a part of the program because it is like a big family. I look at Urena and, you know, when I first started doing this in 2007, you were here, and she was, you know, she's just a rock star. So we love you, Raina. And Dr. White, thank you for everything that you've done. I have to mention Councilman Bob Henderson, who was my predecessor. He funded this program for many years before the administration started doing so. So I've got to give a shout out to him because, you know, I think he really brought it to the city and made sure that it continued. It's been a pleasure to be a part of the program. And I've met a lot of good people, and it's just really nice to see it grow. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Councilwoman Fowler. I also want to thank several other agencies that support the work of the Louisville Asset Building Coalition and VITA, including the Metro United Way, the IRS, and of course, our very own Metro Office of Resilience and Community Services, or RCS. Thank you all so much for everything that you do. RCS within Metro government works to connect tax filers with other valuable resources during tax time, including Bank on Louisville, the Bank on Louisville initiative, which encourages those who are unbanked to get banked and choose direct deposit for their tax refunds that Mr. Jolly just spoke about. RCS also leads the new Financial Empowerment Center, which provides free financial counseling as a public service. So once again, thank you to all of you in RCS and everyone across Metro government who is working in the community to help more people save and manage their money. A final thanks while we're on RCS to our very own Debbie Belt, who this is one of Debbie's last official events before she retires after 28 years of service to RCS, most recently as the communications director for RCS. Thank you so much, Debbie, for what you've done for our city, and we hope you enjoy retirement and we continue to see you around. I know you'll be continuing to do great things in our community. Thank you so much. So a final reminder, the tax filing deadline is April 18th. 3 days after the typical April 15th deadline because of a federal holiday that falls over that weekend. So just one final plug. If you have questions about your taxes, please reach out to VITA at the Portland Promise Center where we are today or another great VITA site around the city. It's an amazing organization, an amazing group of tax superheroes that can help you ensure you file your tax returns accurately, on time, and get all of the refunds that you're entitled to. Thank you all so much, and we're happy to take any questions if you have any about VITA.
How far is the $66,000 income cut off? If someone makes $66,001, are they disqualified for this?
We don't really stick right to that number, so we'll get close. So no, if they make $66,001, we won't send them away. If they make $100,000, we will send them somewhere else.
Is this limited to people who live in this city?
No, we also serve people that live in Indiana. We get quite a few clients from Indiana and some of the other surrounding cities.
We just require they spend their tax refund in the city. Anything else? Well, thank you all so much. Really appreciate everyone being with us here today, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.